Well, welcome to the show, and I'm happy to be with Jenny Snow.
Hi.
Jenny, I got to meet you 2 years ago, and you came to this Reader's Retreat as a fan, and since that time, you have had some exciting news in your life.
I have.
So tell us about that.
So you probably interviewed Cynthia Rookty earlier today, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Well, 2 years ago when I first met you, I came as a fan, and I also came to do interviews like you.
I forgot to say, you're a YouTuber.
Yes. I have the Book Club Life YouTube channel and soon to be podcast, depending on when this airs. But so I was so impressed with you. I was like, oh, I have to meet Raina. And you were doing such a good job with all the interviews. But I almost didn't go to the retreat 2 years ago because I was feeling sad to go as a reader and not an author. And I just thought, am I just going to cry the whole time? But I got over my pity party. I decided to just don't worry about it, go have fun, use my gift, interview. And by the way, I want to ask you, have you ever thought about writing? And is that even anything that you think of, or you're just content in your interview?
Yeah, my brain does not function that way.
Okay. Well, it's so neat and interesting to interview these amazing authors.
Yes.
So I came and I did that. But meanwhile, I had this children's story that I had written a couple of years before that I had submitted with an agent, and that person had said, it's good, it has talent, but I don't do children's books, so I recommend you submit to a children's author or agency, publisher. And it was actually on the way home from the Mississippi River Reader's Retreat that I thought of who I needed to submit to, and that person actually is the person. So I do have an offer, but it's not signed yet, and I'm not really allowed to talk about it. But if you'll go to jennysnow.net and subscribe, you can be among the first. It's a picture book for children, so it's perfect for little kids, parents and grandparents to read together. Yeah.
And so Cynthia is your agent.
She is my agent,
yeah.
And Cynthia acquired me based on that. And I've known the Books and Such agency for a long time. A lot of my favorite authors are there, and I love Cynthia. And I used to be an elementary school teacher, so that fits right in with the children's picture book.
So did you feel there was a need in a Christian-based children's books?
Yes, I think that there is a need. One of the topics in my children's book is on friendship, and I think kids do need help with friendship, just because everybody wants a friend, and everybody wants to be loved and chosen, and so yeah, I do think there's a need for that. And sometimes kids need help making friends. Sometimes they need their parents or grandparents to kind of help them find a friend and make that effort to do the play date and even if they live a little farther away, to make the drive and help your kids make connections.
And so you are also a writer of other things than children's
Yes.
books. So when you put on the children's book hat, what does that look like? I mean, how do you make it children appropriate? Is there a formula? I know nothing about this process.
Okay, so every story has to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, whether it's a children's book or a novel. And one game I play often with my kids, as often as they can get me to do it, is they will each think of a certain thing, a princess, a dragon, an orange colony that they're talking oranges, whatever. And they'll come up with those, and then I have to make a story, a beginning, a middle, and end. There has to be a problem that has to be solved. No book is very interesting with no problems to solve and nothing to conquer or overcome. So, I would say that's true of children's books and fiction.
Okay.
So,
I just think it is so wonderful that you can persevere through. Like you were saying, you kind of had a pity party. I'm really good at those. I host them all the time, So I just think it's good for us to know that other people are going through challenges and,
oh yeah,
maybe things aren't going our way. And
for sure.
So I congratulate you for taking that step when you maybe didn't want to, and you've taken your love of books and are a YouTuber, and actually just tell us a little bit about what you can find on your channel
Yes.
and what you do.
So that all started with, I was in this writers group, and different authors would come, and they were like my favorite authors ever, like Lisa Bergren and Robin Jones Gunn and several others. And so I was in that group. At the same time, I was in my book club. And at the same time, I also met another person who they make their whole living on YouTube. And so all those three things kind of converged, because I would show up to the online classes and ask a ton of questions. And I was like, I'm kind of good at this. Not that I'm the best, but I just really was very curious about their lives and about their books. And so I just thought of the idea, and my friend was like, you should start a YouTube channel. And I was like, I was already thinking of that. So that was just confirmation. Yeah. And I had the name, The Book Club Life, And so what I do is I will read the book. And if it's a book I love and that I want to recommend, so it's a win for everyone. A win for the author, I get to tell people about their book. It's a win for the readers because they get another really good page turner. And then just a win for everybody because we get to talk about real life. Maybe the book dealt a lot with overcoming fear, and so I can ask them, what's a fear that you've overcome? And then people can also use those questions in their own book club. And then, sometimes that's with a group, and sometimes it might just be a book buddy, you and your daughter, or you and your best friend, or a church group. And so I get to ask those questions based on themes and quotes that stuck out to me in the book, the same way we would at a book club. And then also some just for fun questions too that are very lighthearted and easy.
Yeah, so that's The Book Club Life.
Yes.
You just search that on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Or you can go to jennysnow.net, and there's a Book Club Life tab, and you can click on there and you can see the pictures of all the people that I've interviewed. And you're also up there on YouTube. I've looked up your interviews and they're very good. So I guess this goes to TV, and also you post them on YouTube?
Yes.
So I think it's just amazing that we get to interview people like Laura France and Julie Clausen, and just...
I agree. I am just a fangirl that has luckily gotten to this position, and I don't know how I've been here, and getting to talk to you and to everybody else and be a part of the room that we were in last night.
Yes.
And it's amazing.
Yes.
So
it's like, oh my goodness.
Dreams come true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
All right. Well, that's Jenny Snow. I wish you the best on your children's book venture. And make sure you check her out on YouTube and go to her website, jennysnow.net. And thank
you for having me.
Thanks for joining me. It's great.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.